This week on Wolvden, I messed up big time. Like, major league big time. Also had over 30 puppies born. We'll be doing a very important breeding with a brand new wolf that has just entered the pack. We'll also address some huge updates this week on Wolvden, as well as update the acorn tracker. So let's get into this. So hello everyone, I am Mulbre with the Mulberry Pack, and today's featured wolf is Typhoon, and she's pretty awesome. She is currently a he, but they will be sex changed here soon, but they have luxe eyes, as well as they are an NBW, a chaste NBW specifically, but they have the 3 leopard sharks, so they've covered 2 of my huge projects that I've got going on, so they are going to be sex changed, so they can be bred to my current obsession stud that I still absolutely love. I'm going to hope for some combo eyes because he has Sapphire, and Sapphire and Lux is one of the new combos that came out. So here's to hoping I can get some puppies out of them. But overall, they were pretty pricey. They were 50 gold, which totally respect that. When you know what you have, you know what you have. So we did do an item trade. I made a few different offers for them to pick from, and luckily they did like one of my offers. And so it was a decor trade. I can't remember exactly what I offered, but I was just glad that I managed to come up with something that they liked. Oh, and I guess here we're going to get into changing their sex. Now, I will be honest with you guys. I did record this already where I kind of talked through everything, and I talked to you guys in a more and in the moment personal type, but I'm now doing a voiceover, and that is because I had everything set up perfectly. I had the mic turned on, I had it turned on in OBS, only to find out after the 28-minute mark that OBS had defaulted to the wrong microphone. So this is actually a voiceover after the fact, so I'm actually rewatching the video with you guys, talking about what it is I'm doing. So we sex changed Typhoon, and I have gotten into adding those little lore bits to their little bios just because I saw somebody else doing it, and I was like, that is actually a really fun idea. So now I'm started doing that myself. So let's skip forward here. Got a marking removal. Yeah, my poor sister, she's gonna have a fun time trying to line this all up. So we are going to do a little bit of decorating here just to get them all purdied up. And I got one of the new bird decors from the huge update that we'll talk about later. So I'm just trying to work that into a design. But I just love all the birds. I absolutely love the birds. Oh, we're going with the black. Oh, no, we don't go with the black mesa. That's right. We go with something else. Yes, got to go through the options. Yeah, winter fat trail. There we go. And I did decide to go with a more bird theme with everything. You know, the hard part about doing the voiceover and watching this video is I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how did I manage to talk through all of this? Because I know I was talking the whole time nonstop, and I'm sitting here like, what in the world was I talking about? But here we have the finished looks. We went with a lot of birds, and then I also went with blue accessories and paint to sort of draw out the eye color, really emphasize that this wolf has luxe eyes. Overall, I was very pleased with how the decoration came out. It's a lot more simple, it's a lot more muted than I normally do, but I love birds, and so obviously had to have the birds. And I guess now we're going to get into the puppy sorting. So this is just going to be a lot of going through, seeing what puppies I had, because I had over 30 puppies born. I had a lot of them born. And then I also had a bunch age up. So dear sister, if you could just do a quick compilation through this bit, because I'm going to do a lot of skipping. well, now that all the sorting is out of the way and a few traits have been set up, I think that's pretty good progress there. Yeah, set up the melanism to go to my mother, got another one up for sale. Because yeah, I think I forgot to tell you all that when I got those melanism puppies and I was showing off that litter and I was super excited, I actually had 2 litters from that same stud. And the second litter, it gave me some really nice puppies and it gave me some with some really good stats. It just kind of got overshadowed because the previous litter had a paint bait, or had a blaze, I think it was, and then the 3 melanism, but then the other one literally had nothing. No carriers, nothing like that. They were still really great puppies. They just got overshadowed. Okay. We're gonna get those put up real quick, or else I'm gonna forget to do it. You know, it's one of those things, no time like the present. I'm gonna create a trade. We're gonna start with this one. Alright, we're gonna do 500 silver. Okay, but I do have 2 puppies here that need to be screenshotted and chased. I know who the mother is. Oh my gosh. The mother is Aurora Storm. I can't believe I've had her for so long that she now has puppies that are grown up. Oh, this is another one of her babies. This is also Aurora Storm, but she's got Hetero Red and Storm. This one can also be chased. I normally don't let those wolves reach adulthood, but I guess I had space, so it just kind of happened. I guess I'll leave these 2 as well, rather than deleting them, because I have space. So, as long as I have space. So this one has mint eyes and is sterling, and this one's got Melquire with BLS. So those are going to be some nice chases going out. I messed up. I messed up big time. And this is after I tried to mitigate the damage. And as you can see, there's been a bit of a problem. We have Reclaim Lost Wolves up here. This is the worst I've ever had it. I was at work, had a little bit of a break, checked on my pack, and I guess it just hadn't occurred to me to actually look until then, and I realized I had, how many? It was over 20. I had a notification, it was at the very top in that red saying I had over 20 wolves that were going to run away due to overcrowding. And I was like, oh no. So I started deleting a bunch of wolves, especially here in the for sale tab. I got rid of a whole bunch in the for sale tab. Just get him out of here. Just get him out of here. There was one that made it, that didn't get deleted. Because I'm still contemplating whether I actually wanted to keep this one. So I was like, okay, I'll hold on to this one a little bit longer. But yeah, I deleted so many trying to make space, including, if we come up here to the medical cave, you guys will see that one of the wolves has passed on. She retired early. It was Miss Nocturne. And so her child, this one here, will be taking over as the Gatherer. Which I guess they do need a name. How about Noctis? Noctis, child of Nocturne and Calcifer. They're going to be taking over for their mother as the Gatherer. But yeah, it was just like anything I could do to make space. Okay, it's like who's ready to retire, who's ready to move on. Get them moved on. But I did manage to get it down to... Oh, and then I bought a whole bunch of more slots. I spent more money on more slots. I think it was 4 new slots I got trying to make space. But now I have a bunch that need to be reclaimed and chased, especially these named ones. I have got to get these named ones back. Because that was kind of my big concern. It was like, I had a mixture of ones that were like, okay, these ones can go and it won't matter. And then I had a bunch where it was like, okay, I cannot lose these ones. And it seems that the game decided to go after the ones I didn't want to get rid of. But we've got this one here. This is a snow base. It's going to get chased. Curious who your family is. Oh, very nice, very nice. I need to get the permission from that person to show their stud. Screenshot. It is a beautiful puppy though. Marble's given me some really beautiful puppies. Oh, this one's kind of interesting now that they're an adult. The way that the black leopard shark just kind of like fades in and out, that's actually really cool. So they have black patchy unders, black leopard, black inverted cross, black wings, white gentle unders, and white whitetail spots. Too bad they're quartz. Too bad they're quartz. Okay. Screenshot here. Now this one's snow. So I imagine the previous one, I kept them for chasing because of the leopard shark. But this one has mint eyes. And this is what I'm going to hopefully try and reclaim. So really going to try for this one because they got the whitetail spots and the snow and the mint eyes, even though they don't have the shark. I wish they did have the shark, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Okay, go ahead and chase them. Ooh. Missouri Monster. Who's your... Oh, Ned the First Citizen. Okay. Ooh. I should breed Ned again. I think Ned went into heat. Alright, well, we are going to chase them. I mean, I do love the Missouri Monster, but I can always breed Ned again. But I think I raised them again because of the black leopard shark and the Missouri Monster. So hopefully those will be ones that we'll be excited to catch. Hit the refresh there. They're all female sharks. Oh, I know these ones. They're children of Justice. Oh, this one's interesting. They're quartz. They're kind of odd. They kind of look odd. I almost wonder, you know what, I'll take a screenshot just in case somebody finds it. And I can be like, oh yeah, that was me. And then probably not admit to that being me. Your dust. Oh, and I must have kept them because of the sapphire eyes and the leopard shark. So, if anybody out there, if you're about to find a bunch of sapphire-eyed leopard sharks, think of me, because it probably came from here. Alright, then we have this one. This one simply just says new puppy. This one never got. Oh, I know who the parents are. This is Dominion and Jasmine. Yep, this is a Dominion and Jasmine baby. I kept them because they were snow. And I try to raise and chase all snow wolves, even no matter what. Like, obviously I want to keep a bunch, but if I don't keep them, then they get raised and chased. Alright, that opens up exactly 4 slots, which is not enough. Okay, so we're gonna get Feldspar because they're lynx. We'll get Cinnamon, Striking, and Mystic. That gives us 130 out of 130. That is unfortunate. Okay, that means this girl here that I was contemplating keeping is about to go. Alright, that reclaims all of them. Well, all of the wolves I just chased were female. And of the ones I reclaimed, only one of them was female. The rest were male. Typhoon is getting sex changed, though. But... which I do need to expand this by 2. I hope this does not go above 2 gold. Oh, if Dynasty slots start going up above 2 gold, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, just thinking about how people have managed to afford getting their packs up to 200, because it's costing me 5 gold per upgrade at this point. And so I can't even imagine how much it's costing to get up to 200 because I believe the absolute peak max is 220. That's 200 from upgrades and 20 from leader benefits. Which actually I guess Snow could go. They're from my carrier project. And they're male, and I actually have zero intention of pair bonding them to anybody. I just think he's really, really beautiful. Like, my dual carrier project breeders produce some of the most gorgeous puppies in my entire pack, and he's one of them. Maybe I should put him up for sale, see if he sells. I have been trying to train apprentices again, and it's a lot of work, and I'm rapidly remembering why I stopped doing like actual pup training. Because it's a lot, especially when you have a lot. And I unfortunately have fallen victim to having a lot. I guess let's get to the Acorn Tracker and This Week on Wolvden. Now, I am already prepared here for the This Week on Wolvden. Alright, so to start off this week in Wolvden, we'll start with the community update. Now, community update is our regular update. There has been a January development update, which we'll go over that one next. There have been some staff changes. Unfortunately, Katz is stepping down as admin. Hopefully they're still going to be around. Hopefully they're still going to play Wolvden with us, but she's been here for years. They're welcoming Red. So, hi Red. They have experience managing online communities. And so that's always good. That's always good to have experience. You know, online communities, we like to make lives hard. We always keep things interesting. Let's see, you'll notice some of the form rules have been reposted by Shad, and they have new Raffle Stud feedback thread. Ooh, a feedback thread. Okay. Oh, we can ask what kind of stuff we want. I actually haven't looked at this yet, so we're looking at this for the first time together. Do not request attributes that are not breed only. Oh, I see. So it's for requesting the special things that can be on there. So accepted bases are T1, T2, and combo, so not T3, which is interesting. Accepted eye colors, all event applicator eyes or crafted eyes. I guess they would do raffle as well, I'm certain. All skin, nose, and claws. All tiers, up to 3 per stud. Tier 6, tier 8, up to 2 per stud. It's kind of interesting reading this because that's some, I did notice that each of these studs had some very specific, like they would definitely have the T6, the T8, and all of that. I didn't realize they had requirements that they were filling out for each one. That means there's a lot of work that goes into these. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look through this and maybe make a couple of my own requests because I need more leopard shark. I need more sharky. Oh, that would be a really fun one to get, like one that has all the cat sharks and all the leopard sharks. Oh my gosh. Then don't forget to enter the official raffle, which there was some nice things. So we've got some eyes, some bases, some applicators, some breeding items. So be sure to get your entry before that ends. And then the raffle stud. Here's Pork Chop. Look at that fancy boy. I didn't enter this one. I'm not too keen on breeding to him. Oh, which reminds me, I was going to check to see if anybody was selling breedings from the last stud. Oh, I need to check that. Okay, anyways. So be sure to enter the raffle stud if that interests you, as well as the official raffle. And then that takes us to the January development update. This one's a big one. They have released a whole bunch of new combo bases. These ones are the first of their kind, and they are achieved by breeding T2 bases. And so I'll read this here. They've been working on them for quite some time, but they're finally here. The first non-lunar combo bases. For each color category mix, they've chosen a 2-2 breed-only base that will produce an interesting special tier combo base in its shade category. This means 18 new bases were added to Wolvden. So we'll get down here. We can see Lupin and Coot for Felicia, Antler and Tie. Now, this is kind of hard to see, so there we go. Dark, medium, light. So dark is on top, medium, then light. Isabel and Vapor for Febris. Coco and Sarder for Ruby Coco. Blonde and Doubloon for Gilder. Greason and Glossular for Silica. Sepia and Bedrock for Saphrolite. Corrosion and Acanthite is Rustical. Well, isn't that an interesting word? Peach and Melquire for Seed. For Cool X Mono is Nightshade and Sapphirite for Biochar. Maltese and Steel for Steel Blue. Lavender and Rhyme for Cupcake. For Mono Worm is... okay. So I should probably, like, in the first few, it was muted times cool, muted times worm, muted times mono. And now we're on the bottom for mono times worm. Obsidian and Rufus for sap. Marble and Xanthic for Gallio Antico. Salt and Jacinth for smoked salt. Worm X Cool is Auburn Denim equals Crayfish. Saffron and Malachite for Crocus. Arcros and Rain for Acid. And they do have a couple different charts to look through to kind of, whichever's easier in your eyes, easier to read. But they do also have pictures. So, spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to see these before breeding them yourselves, go ahead and look away. But here are some pictures. Starting with the top left is Fulcia, Ruby Coco, Saphrolite, Collagen, Gilder, Rustical, Fibris, Silica, and Seed, Biochar, Sap, and Crayfish, Steel Blue, Gallio Antico, Crocus, Cupcake, Smoked Salt, and Acid. I do like the Gallio Antico. I think that's fun with like that really noticeable two-tone, and it looks like golden sand underneath the ocean waves. Like when you're looking down through the water and you're getting that light reflecting off the sand. If I had to pick a favorite, I would have to say Silica, but the head on Silica. Like I really like the crisp lines between that soft cream with the darker pink. I think that's probably like my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite. There was the base balance we mentioned in the last video, where silver is now a custom so you can still breed for it, but you can use the applicator now. Galena is also custom, and Chrysoberyl is also custom now. So there's 3 new bases that you can, or they're not new, but they can now be added using the 10 gold base applicator from the Grove Shop. And then there's a Raccoon Wares update. So we do have a little brief picture here showing some of the items you can get from the Raccoon Wares. They've added cave mouths, so now we can make it look like our puppies are inside of a cave. They've added a lot of different birds. They've added some rocks, and the rocks do change depending on the time of day. So the formation themselves is the same, but the color of the rocks, like the light reflecting off of them, changes what time of day it is. And each biome got a background, a type of tree or rocks, and a bird. So I'm not going to read all of these to you guys, but I will scroll by slowly so you can see what they are. There's some nice birds. I love how each one got a bird. It's like every single one they got background, 2 rocks, a miscellaneous, and a bird. I think that's just the greatest thing ever. I love birds. They've got like McKay's bunting. Yeah, it just makes me think of a game that I really like. It's called Wingspan. It's both a board game and a video game. So I'm all about birds. All right, and then they have some more art-based developments for February and potentially March. But those are the big things for this one. Lots of new stuff to explore. These items are already available in the Raccoon Wares. You just gotta look for them, get the right season, and all of that. So all in all, this was a huge, huge update. Like, they are spoiling us with some of these base drops that they are doing, like spoiling us. But I only breed snow, titanium, and chromium. So I will not be focusing on any of these new breeds. I will let you guys have all of that fun. All right, covered this one, which then takes us to the matchmaking event. Now, I am a day early recording this, but by the time the video comes out, we should be well and thoroughly into the event. So I'm going to cover it now, and this will be old news by the time you guys see the video. But the matchmaker event, I have not done this event yet. I do not have any tips or tricks. This will be my first time, so we'll be learning this together. So all in all, it looks like there's a lot to happen. There's going to be dating. I couldn't tell if other people's wolves are involved, if we have our own wolves involved, or if it's just NPCs. Like, this is all speculation for me. They do have a lot of information for us to look through here. It does cover some interesting sort of details, and I know it's all going to make sense once the event actually starts. But at first I was like, okay, you know, the dating wolves, because I've known about the datables because they're decor items that have a jellyfish effect on your wolf, so it makes your wolf disappear and replaces them with the datable. And I was always just kind of like, oh, that's nice. Right up until this one little sentence. Where is it? Okay, it's here somewhere. But they basically were like trading datables, like trading cards, like collecting them all and trading them like, oh, where is it? Oh, here we go. Also exchanging wolf decors like trading cards. Duh. As soon as they said that, the card collector, little gremlin in me was like, okay, now I need them all. Because I've had some in the past and I've traded them away. But now that they've like associated them with trading cards, of course I need all of these. I need every single one of them. Okay, this is gonna be some serious business happening here, trading these decors around. Like they just really had to hit me with that. But it is a lot to read. I will not read it all to you guys. The news post is pretty easy to find there. It's usually above the chat, and if it's not above the chat, just go to the chatter up here. If you're on mobile, it'll be a drop-down menu, but just go to chatter and news here at the very top. You'll be able to get that. There is a Grouse House wiki on that, which that's fairly easy. If you just go to Google, type in Grouse House wiki, it should either be the first or the second search that pops up, and the matchmaker event will actually be right there on the front page. But this is going to be a month-long event. So from the 1st to the... I had to check how many days were in February. To the 28th. The 1st to the 28th will be this event here. And I'm really excited for it. Had a good, nice long break from the last month-long event. So I'm excited to get into this one. And it's starting on the weekend, which is like amazing. I appreciate that it's starting on the weekend. But those are the big things for this week on Wolvden. Now let's get to the acorn tracker. search trades, items, acorn, apply, and always we're going to start with the buyout here. Female wolf. That is not an acorn. All right, so we have 100 silver as the low end this time, and then we'll flip the buyout again for look for a single here. It looks like the lowest single is still 119. Actually, wasn't it higher than 119 last time? Yeah. 119, I think, was our low. Yeah. Okay. So we've already had a rather significant change here because last week, 119 was our low, but now it's our high. All right, so we're just going to Control V that so I can... we're going to put it right there. Okay, so our low is actually 100. Okay. Move that up so I can get to the triangle. Control C, Control V. With our high is actually now at 119. And can I change the color? Oh, I can make it dots versus like dashes. There we go. Oop, don't want that. Okay, it's a little bit tiny, but there we have this week for the acorn tracker. Overall, the acorn price has gone down. This week's high is last week's low, and the total price of the acorn has actually dropped by, the lowest has dropped by 19 silver. That's actually a huge drop if the lowest has gone down by 19 silver and the high has gone down by 6 silver. That's our week 2. This is actually kind of interesting to me. that's actually pretty significant. But in all, that is this week's on Wolvden. All right. We had a good video. We updated the acorn tracker, did our this week's on Wolvden. I did pretty much everything on my list here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for hanging out. And until next time, have a positive day, everybody. Bye-bye.